What's up, guys? Jasper Gonzo here. Another episode of What's Next. This story, like I said, this story just came across my feed, and it's kind of disheartening. But then again, this is 2021, so I'm not really surprised. For those who don't do enough digging, when it comes to corporations and who they support and the money that you give to them by buying their products, their content, do we really know who they give money to? Do we really know who they support? J Media. And before you order from Pizza Hut, you might want to know what they're supporting in your public schools. In the tweets below, Pizza Hut is unmasking for funding widely racist critical race theory, shocker, because that is the flavor of the day right now, indoctrination in Brooklyn public schools. The following tweets to see how thoroughly these fifth graders have been taught to hate white people. Fifth grade social studies teacher shares her critical race theory anti-racism curriculum from her classroom. The CRT curriculum is a part of the collaboration effort with Empowering Educators, sponsored by Pizza Hut. Fifth grade social studies teacher shares her critical race theory anti-racism curriculum from classroom. Kids react. Okay. Teacher Allison Dempsey seems pleased that her music and social studies students have been completely indoctrinated by race-based hate. It makes one wonder if they spend any time in the class discussing anything other than race. In the first video, Dempsey claims the children guide learning, but that obviously isn't true based on the kids' responses to her prompts as seen in the clips. We'll see those after the read. They have been taught an ideology that regurgitate back to her. Pizza Hut launched the Empowering Educators Initiative in August 2020 at the height of the riots. Yes. Remember those? So long ago, cities being burned, residents being upended, cops getting shot and killed, stores getting looted, Target, police stations getting burned down, Minnesota. But who cares about facts? At the height of the riots engulfed several U.S. cities in the wake of George Kirby's death in police custody, yada yada. Plano, Texas, August 2020. Pizza Hut and First Book Today announced the launch of Empowering Educators, a collection of resources developed to provide educators with guidance and actionable steps to create equitable learning environments and navigate conversations about race and racism. They unveiled the initiative during a virtual event, Empowering Educators, convening on racist equity in education, hosted by the American University Anti-Racist Research and Policy Center. Kids, you may want to take a look at where your money's going, especially if you send your kids to American University. Just saying. The timely launch of these resources comes as the nation seeks to address issues of systematic racism. Of course, again, systematic racism. You can't touch it. You can't touch it. It's not tangible. You can't define it. Again, another made-up term during the COVID-19 pandemic, which has been presented, and additional unprecedented challenges this school year. The kids in the videos happen to live in Brooklyn. Pizza Hut's Rahcist curriculum is used well beyond Brooklyn, Iowa. Schools in your area may be looking for it too. Check First Book and the innocuous name. That's the innocuous name, of the program.
Social studies in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. Racist teaching and learning is upholding the systems and sort of like the classroom hierarchy. Inquiry-based learning challenges that model because the children guide the learning.
So what are some racial differences that you've noticed around you? Who would like to share?
People are different, so they get treated based on how they look, and who would decide that the dominant culture.
What is the dominant culture? What does the dominant culture do?
They like make people believe certain stereotypes about a certain group of people, not just blacks, but also browns or indigenous, anybody whose skin color is darker.
Literally
Dominant
brainwashing these
culture
kids.
for powerful people with power,
Literally
and
brainwashing
white
these kids.
people make
Kids,
other
what are these kids,
people
like
think that
8,
black
9, 10
people
years
are
old?
bad, so that's why black people don't have power. If a white person kills a black person,
Wow.
they call it self-defense. But if a black person kills a white person, it says murder. That's how unfair like black people.
Wow. Wow. My thoughts. This is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting that you are basically using 8, 9, and 10-year-olds as props. You know, basically shoving down this garbage, this racist garbage, CRT, down the throats of these innocents. And Pizza Hut supporting this. They're supporting this. Like I said, I like Pizza Hut. I don't love it. But you may want to think about purchasing from Pizza Hut. Like I said, I'm not calling for boycotts. I don't do that. To me, they have their place. But you may want to think about other places. Pizza Hut may not be the only one. So what I said in the beginning of the video regarding corporate, that is something that you may want to look into. Because as we saw with Target, who was, pushing pride nonsense, in T-shirts and what have you in the kids section. Because how do you indoctrinate? You don't indoctrinate when they're 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old or 30. You indoctrinate them when they're 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're like a sponge. They soak up everything. So if you can get to them then, by the time they're teenagers, you pretty much got them. So parents, you may want to look onto not just Pizza Hut, but other corporations and businesses as well. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more videos just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell, so you don't see a thing, so you don't miss a thing, And we'll catch you guys next time. Peace.